When I worked at a restaurant, whenever somebody would order water, we would always slice up lemons to put them in the water. And there was one person who just didn't wash the lemons when they put them in the water, so people were drinking dirty water. I decided about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that I wanted to write a poetry book. My name is Simone Le Ann Bird. I'm from Hagerstown, Maryland. The title of the book is It Would Be Wise Not to Ask for Lemons. There's absolutely no connection between the title of the book and the poems inside. I just thought that it was a good piece of information to have. I remember the first poem I ever wrote was probably in 2nd grade, and it was a haiku for the color blue. All I remember is the fact that it said that blue is like the color of 2 bluebirds mating. It's pretty gross for a 2nd grader. My parents, they got divorced when I was almost 2 years old, and I just had a lot of problems with that growing up. In elementary school, I had a lot of anger, so my counselor suggested that I start writing poetry, or just in a journal really, to cope with the anger as like a therapy mechanism. It was like all my thoughts kind of came together and they were poems. I think my mood and just who I had become really made the poems get darker. My life around me was just dark. There are 2 different artists, I would say, musicians really, that helped inspire my writing over the past 6 years. And one of them is Tim Kasher. He's in a band called Cursive, also The Good Life, and the other would be Connor Oberst, who's in Bright Eyes, and the Despercitos, and a couple other bands. And they really opened my eyes to a different type of writing, just like sad, drunk guys. My writing muse is alcohol and being angry. I think being able to have a drink and a cigarette really helps me write, just because it's like the artsy way. I don't know. That's just what I consider it as. It is very therapeutic to write at nighttime, especially with whiskey and some cigarettes. Mostly because that's when all the thoughts in your head just don't know what to do and they're kind of running around. It's good to get them out. I decided about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that I wanted to write a poetry book, and I figured that it was a good time in my life. I wasn't really doing anything with my life and I wanted to feel better about myself. I didn't write it like chronologically. They're poems from over the past 9 years. They're the ones that I really liked, that I thought deserved to be in a book. My husband actually published my book through his online company, This Book Is a Bomb. I had put a book together before I decided to go through that. There's just not a lot of publishing companies that will publish poets because they don't really bring in a lot of money. Most of the artwork in my book started as just doodles, and it has nothing to do with the poems inside either. I figured that I wanted to get both of them out there, the artwork and the poetry, just in case someone's like, wow, this is really good. Most of my ideas for writing come from life experiences, or just not really what if, but thank God that didn't happen. Just the past, I don't know, year and a half really, I've not put out anything that I've been like, wow, this is great. Pretty much ever since I met my husband. It's not a bad thing that I met him, he makes me very happy, and I usually write from a dark place, so. I would like to think I can make a career out of being a writer, but that's like saying, what do you really want to be when you grow up? It's really far-fetched, and it's 1 in like 1,000 that actually can become someone from writing. I would like to continue my writing and eventually put together another book. For right now, I'm not really writing anything substantial that I'm proud of. I guess I just don't have a lot of those same emotions that I did. I'm not very angry or depressed, so it's hard for me to write something positive because I'm not I don't know, I won't say that I'm not a positive person, just I don't like positive writing, I guess. I think once I'm done with my therapy sessions, I go to therapy once a month. I feel like she'll help me get out all my emotions, not just the ones that I put to paper, but everything that I'm feeling, and hopefully I'll have something that I'm proud of that I've written.